How did Timbaland become financially free? We will be talking about his music and investments. Starting with some background, Timbaland, born Timothy Mosley, is a legendary producer, great businessman who has been a part of the evolution of music for decades now. This is going to be my first producer for my financially free video series, which makes me even more excited. Timbaland grew up in Norfolk, Virginia, finding interest in music at an early age from being surrounded by it from his family. This would lead him to start DJing in high school under the name DJ Tiny Tim. In high school is where he made important connections with Missy Elliott and Magoo that would follow his career, leading to platinum success with many legendary artists. Between 1990 and 1997 is where Timbaland built his signature sound while becoming one of the most prominent producers in the world. From this came a lot of success inside and outside of music, so before we talk about his investments, we need to talk about the music and label. Going into music, Timbaland has released 3 studio albums in his career, of which his 2007 Shock Value album went platinum. His catalog of songs he has produced runs deep with legendary artists. He went 7 times platinum for Promiscuous by Nelly Furtado, 2 times platinum with Sexy Back Justin Timberlake, 2 times platinum with Dirt Off Your Shoulder Jay-Z, along with over 200 other certifications on sales. The depth of his catalog runs deep, with having more top 10 hits than Elvis Presley and the Beatles. Recently revealed on the Producer Grind podcast, Timbaland talked about making between $300,000 and $500,000 per beat in the late 90s and 2000s, once again showing how much he has made from producing, especially with the long list of beats he has produced and sold for. As for his label situation, Timbaland first signed to Blackground Records in 1996, but the record label would slowly collapse due to ending distribution deals with Universal and Interscope. This would lead Timbaland to start his own label, BeatClub Records, in 2001 as an imprint under Interscope Records. The label would be home to Timbaland's success in the early 2000s before 2006, when the Mosley Music Group would be started and is currently still operational from Timbaland. The label has sold over 25 million albums worldwide, including albums from signees One Republic and Nelly Furtado. In 2019, Timbaland would sell 100% of his production royalties from all projects to Hypnosis Songs Fund for an undisclosed amount. If you are new to the channel, I have talked about Hypnosis in the past and how so many artists are selling their royalties anywhere between $50 to $500 million to these investment firms. Even though it was not disclosed, with the high sales that Timbaland has produced for, it is no doubt that he brought home a good amount from this deal. When it comes to music, Timbaland has produced records for legends in the industry, being the go-to guy for major hits. By building up the Timbaland brand / sound, he was able to make millions over decades from selling beats and collecting royalties, then made even more money from those songs years later by selling his catalog. Timbaland is a great businessman when it comes to the music industry, and he has taken that and grown from outside investments. On that note, I am excited to talk about my favorite section, and that is investments. Back in 2013, Timbaland invested into the music tech startup Open Labs. This was a $500,000 investment into the company to further develop digital software, allowing musicians to make music on all devices. The company has been selling high-end electronic equipment since 2002, with products ranging up to $16,000. This was a great investment for Timbaland because Open Labs is an established name, and there was a big move into the digital space that the company capitalized on. Timbaland is invested into a major staple in the music equipment business. Another investment into Timbaland's portfolio came in March of 2022 when he invested alongside Swizz Beatz to create the webcast music battles with Verzuz. The show would be kicked off in March, with the first battle being between the creators, Timbaland and Swizz Beatz. Since the launch, there have been great battles like the Lox vs Dipset or Gucci Mane vs Jeezy. A great idea with great execution, which would pay off as the 2 creators would sell Verzuz to Triller in 2021 for $28 million. Sounds great, but Triller would have a hard time paying them the $28 million, leading to a lawsuit and a recent settlement, still with a favorable return on investment for Timbaland. The last investment I wanted to talk about is the one I believe Timbaland is looking to grow the most, and that is with BeatClub. The company was named after his early 2000s label, but now the company is an online marketplace for music producers producers to sell beats, buy sounds, and collaborate with other artists. BeatClub is a major player in its space right now, as the artists who go to BeatClub are looking for high-end production from major names, and producers who are registered to the site have possible placement opportunities with major names. What makes this investment so great is the marketplace aspect of it, as that is needed in the music industry. It's a hub for both artists and producers to create money-making opportunities for themselves. Overall, when it comes to Timbaland's investments, a lot of it is still in the music industry, whether it's equipment, performances, or music marketplaces. It makes sense because he is an expert in the industry who has had major success for decades now. He does have investments outside of music, keeping his portfolio diverse, but these are the major players paying off for Timbaland. This leads me to the question, what is next for Timbaland? As for music, I think we will be listening to his production for a long time. He is consistently making music, and you can hear the passion that comes with it. I do think a lot of focus is on BeatClub. Like I mentioned, that marketplace is a leader in the field, providing so many opportunities for upcoming producers and artists. He already has cashed out on some of his investments like Verzuz, but BeatClub is something he can continue to grow and develop as the next chapter for Timbaland. What is next for Timbaland? Using his expertise in the industry to continue creating money-making opportunities through music and investments. In summary, Timbaland has been a name associated with being a top-of-the-line producer for over 2 decades now. He has continued to reinvent himself throughout time with music, whether that was creating his signature sound or investing more into the business itself. From this, he has sold millions of records and created spaces for others to see the same success. Timbaland pushes the industry forward, reinventing himself to stay at the top, living his life financially free. And that is how Timbaland became financially free. I hope you found this video informational. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, as well as let me know who I should talk about next. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.